Mr. Farm, I'm sewing my dream wardrobe. I will create a playlist section dedicated to my wardrobe. It's a great way to start the new year with new clothes. So here is outfit number one. It's a straight dress with 3D gathers, not a regular gathers. So this dress is so comfy and so beautiful. So let's get into the tutorial. So I used 5 yards of fabric, 2 yards for the dress and 3 yards for the gathers, then my bias and my thread. So here is my dress part. So let's get into the drafting. Okay, so what you do is I'll bring my dress pattern. This is the front and the back. Okay, so I'm going to be keeping the back aside, so I'm working with the front dress pattern. So you can check out the tutorial on how to draft a dress pattern. Okay, so my desired length is 31 inches, like so. So I'll just mark it. So after marking, I'll just roll with a straight line. Okay, so after rolling to a straight line, I'll cut the excesses out. Okay, so I'll just go up by 2 inches because I want it higher, like so. Then I'll use my French cuff to connect it down to the hip. So after connecting it, I will just cut out the excess fabric, like so. So if you are new to this channel, you can do well to subscribe to our channel and turn on the notification bell to get you notified when I'm posting new tutorials. So onto the neckline. So I will just fold my fabric and I will just place my tape rule. So the neck depth, I'm going to go down by 2 inches more. Okay, so and the depth is 4 inches. That's it. In total, I went in by 6 inches for neck depth. Then the neck width is 4 inches. So I'll use my French cuff to connect. I want it to be round neckline. So I'm done connecting the neckline, so I will just cut it out like so. So I'm done cutting the neckline, so I'll open it up. So you see how round the neckline is, like so. So I will just bring my back pattern, my back dress pattern. Okay, so I'll mark 31 inches as that is my style length, 31 inches, and I'll cut the excess fabric like so. So after cutting at the center back, I'll just go up by 2 inches. Okay, so I'll go up by 2 inches and I'll connect it like so. After connecting, I will just cut it out. I'll cut the excess fabric. So I am done cutting. So what I'll do is I'll bring my dress fabric, I'll fold it into to place my pattern on it. Then I'll come out by 1 inch for seam allowance. So at the armhole, I'll come out by ½ inch for seam allowance, like so. So after marking it, I'll just connect it. I'll connect it all around and I'll connect the seam allowance at the side seam. So at the hem, I'll just go out by ½ inch because I'm going to be joining it to my gathers by ½ inches, like so. So I'll be connecting it by ½ inch. After connecting it, I'll cut out my my dress fabric. I'll cut it. So if you're new to this channel, you can do well to like and subscribe to my channel. Turn on the notification bell to get you notified when I'm posting new tutorials. So things to note when you are sewing this soft fabric, so make sure that you pin it down and ensure that you iron it. Okay, use your pin to pin it because the fabric tends to dance. Okay, so I'll just fold my dress into 2 because I'm going to be marking my dart line. So my dart line will start 2 inches after my bust point, that is 13 inches. Then I'll mark 13 inches and I'll mark the waist, and 22 inches at the waist, that's where my dart will end. So I'll mark my apex, that is 4.5 inches, and I'll rule with a straight line. So at the waist, I'll go out by 0.75 on both sides and I'll connect it. So after connecting it, I will transfer the dart to the other side of my dress, like so. So I'm using my pin to transfer it with my chalk. So I've already transferred that, so I'll just fold it. So this is the back. I'll mark 1 inches for my zipper allowance. Then at the side seam, I'll mark 1 inches. At the hem, I'll mark ½ inch. So after marking that, I will cut out my back dress. Okay, so I will transfer the back dart from the pattern to my dress, like so. So I'll use my pin to connect the dart, then I'll use my chalk to mark it on my fabric. Okay, so here is, I've already folded my gathers dress, so I marked the length of 20 inches. Okay, this is marking the length of my gathers, 20 inches. So after marking it out, I will cut it out like so. It's super easy. So for the 3D effect, so I'll be going down by 4 inches at the midpoint. Then I will just, mark like an N shape. Okay, I'll mark like an N shape like so. Okay, see the way I'm marking it to the other side of the fabric. So after marking it, I will now cut it out like so. So you make sure that the fabric are together. Okay, so I'll cut out. Make sure that the scissors is sharp so that it can be able to cut through like so. So I've already cut it out. So it's a long piece of fabric. For the sewing part, so what I'll do is I'm going to sew the darts like so. So I'll just fold the dart like so. I'll go and sew it at my sewing machine, and then I'll use my bias to turn the neckline and also the armhole circumference for neat finishing. So this is the back. So I will just place it right side facing right side like so. So after placing it, so I'm going to mark the length of my zip. The length of my zip is 22 inches. Okay, so that's where my zip will stop. Then I'll sew the down part. I'll mark 1 inches for sewing. I'll sew the down part. Then the rest is for my zipper allowance. So after sewing, I'm going to be sewing the neckline with the bias and also the armhole circumference. So I've already sewn it. So I've already sewn the zip. So here is the zip. This is me opening the zip up. I've sewn it. I've also sewn see the neckline and the armhole. I've already sewn it with bias for neat finishing. Okay, so I'll bring the front fabric. I'll place them together to sew at the side. But before, for French inseam finishes, I'll place it wrong side facing wrong side. So I'll be sewing it. I'll be sewing the shoulder 1/2 inch, and I'll sew the side seam on 1/2 inch. So I've already sewn it. Okay, you see I've already sewn it down. So I will show you the shoulder. See how neat it's finished. No raw edges at all. So I'm going to turn it to the wrong side because I'm going to be sewing it. Okay, so I'll turn it to the wrong side and I'll start marking the seam allowance. So I'll measure my bust round like so. So I'll check it. Then I'll check the remaining seam allowance that is left. So after checking it, I'm going to be marking the seam allowance at the side of my armhole like so. So it's 1 inch left, so I'm marking 1 inch. So I'll also check the waistline too, the waist round. I'll check it too. So is like 2 inches left, so I'll mark 1 inch on both sides. So this is me connecting it to the armhole. So I'll do the same to the hip also. So I'll mark it and connect the seam allowance. So I'll also transfer the seam allowance to the other side. Okay, so make sure that the seam allowance are equal on both sides of the side seam. So I'll connect it like so. After connecting it, I'll go and sew in my sewing machine. It's simple as that. So here is the sewn part. So you see the raw edges is already sewn. Okay, so I'll turn it to the right side. Okay, so this is the right side. So I will now attach the 3D gathers. So this is it here. So I'm just trimming any excesses there. So I'm also cutting it open so that it will be, so the 3D will be deep. Okay, so this is me cutting it. Okay, so because there is some place that was not deep, so I am recutting it. Okay, so you see that it has this N shape. So and this I like this kind of pleat. It will give it depth. Okay, so this is me cutting it. So after cutting it, I'll use my needle and thread to be able to create gathers. Okay, this is me sewing it with my needle and thread. So needle and thread is it's very fast. Okay, so I'm gathering it like so. So it's a very long piece of fabric. So I'll gather everything. After gathering, I will now show you how to place it on your dress. Okay, so give this video a big thumbs up. You can like and also share. So you can also ask questions. I'll answer you in the comment section. And if you are new to this channel, you can do well to subscribe. Okay, so let me know if you find this tutorial helpful. You can comment helpful in the comment section. So let me share your thoughts about this 3D gathers. Okay, let me know if you try this 3D gathers out. It's so different. Okay, it's so different. So I am done gathering it. So what I'll do is I'll place them together. I'm going to sew it. Okay, I'll sew it down. So after sewing, I will now place it on the dress, and I'll turn it right side facing right side, and I'll go and sew it all around. Okay, so this is the sleeve. So I cut 6 inches length as they do. Yes, then the wideness is 29 inches. Okay, so if I fold it into 2, it will be 3 inches. So I'll fold it like so. After folding it, I will also fold it because I will be, making my 3D ruffles. Okay, like the way I did the dress on. So I'm marking 10 inches. So after that 10 inches, I'll mark the end shape on it like so and cut it out. Okay, so after cutting it out, I'll use my needle and thread to create gathers. Okay, so after creating gathers, I will now place them on my armhole, and I'll sew it around my armhole like so. Okay, it's very simple. So I have sewn it finished. I've placed on the armhole and I've sewn it, and I use my bias to turn it in. So you can see the gather. So here is the 3D gathers that are attached to my dress. See how beautiful it is, and I love it. So I will show you the dress when I put it on. So here it is. See how lovely, see how flowy it is. I hope you saw this. Let me know if you like this dress.